video component of it, because...
To purchase well,
No, let me finish this. Because I've got another $2,000. What was the not to exceed?
7.
I've got another $2,000, and I can't do the whole ball of wax for that $2,000, and I don't know what the expectation is of the board in terms of how far we go. I'm crystal clear on audio, but when the video gets added in, I'm not sure what we're going to purchase. I'm not being difficult, I just don't understand what it is we'd be purchasing.
Well, and it's my expectation we're not purchasing the contract for hosting because that would exceed $2,000.
We're talking
So
hardware.
we're not talking about that, right?
Mike, you had your hand up?
Sorry. Well, I was just looking at the $7,000 quote has in it the camera, video camera, so less than $1,000. Not saying to go with that one, but I was thinking in that 7,000, get the 5,000 for audio. And we're going to need a video camera at some point. The hardware, right?
Helpful.
And I don't see how we'll do it without. So that's what I was thinking.
when I originally included Granicus in my motion and then it was withdrawn, it was because there was some confusion. Was the box included or not? And I was going to ask, could we investigate Granicus and see if the $420 includes that box or doesn't include that box? And if it does, what does the box cost? And then ask you to come back with that clarification of, does the $420 monthly fee from Granicus include the stuff that lets you upload it or not? And if not, what is the cost of that equipment? So that we go to the next, like the first step is get the equipment, which we made a motion to, and then the second part is we don't have all the information about Granicus.
You don't have info?
Yep.
Do you?
No.
That was my, I don't know.
No, just being very straightforward, it would, for me, you want to make it easier on me, it would just be easier for us to go ahead and do an audio system. And then at our next meeting, have you make decisions about what you want the video system to look like, and we can bring back some answers. I just don't want to spend money on video equipment that may not be totally compatible with what you finally decide. The audio, I think I understand crystal clear.
Mr. Chair?
Yep.
My other concern with the video equipment is we're not sure that we don't have it. So we, even more than getting something that's not compatible, is buying something when we have a couple. And to tell you the truth, video cameras are becoming more obsolete with iPad recording and other things. So I don't know this for a fact, but I would certainly want to investigate our inventory and see if we have something. The other thing is we don't need state-of-the-art here because the signal's just passing through the camera. So whether it was originally recorded to tape and now we would only buy something recorded to card, that's really not going to be an issue with what we're doing. So I would really want to investigate and maybe we repurpose something that we already have.
Yeah, they don't, the administration doesn't have to spend the money. So, you know, if the administration goes out and gets the audio equipment and determines that they've got a camera for the video, then, and they spend less than $5,000, then that's a good thing.
Chair?
Yeah.
I'd also agree with all three of you, so I think we should wait on the video, but it was part of the motion. I don't know if we do another motion to say 5,000.
Well, no, it's part of the motion.
Directive, yeah.
It's part of the motion.
Give a directive that it's just audio. And,
you know, and if,
They don't have to act.
yeah, they don't have to spend it.
They don't have to spend it.
If
If
you know,
they-
we've got the camera here, and you know,
okay.
do you have enough info to?
I do.
Sit with Matt and
I do.
spend less than $5,000.
I know exactly what we're going to do with
Less than 7,000.
a little less than clarity. But
All right.
yes.
Good. I'd like to ask the board if they wouldn't mind we do have, and, you know, we've used up a lot of our time here tonight on item A, new business, good discussion. But we do have that packet info from Mark Mivel that I don't want to let go again. It has kind of bopped around here, and to be fair, I'd like to discuss it. It should have been on the agenda, and I'll take responsibility for that because I reviewed the agenda. I was thinking that public comment section, but it really doesn't state in the agenda public comment. So if it's okay with the board, I'd like to address that. I'll say that packet item now.
I make a motion that we attach Mr. Myville's letter to the minutes of the meeting, which it refers to. I don't have the date offhand. And if I can get a second, I'll speak to my motion.
Second.
I think that, you know, nobody's going to be perfect when they take the minutes. We all have the advantage of correcting them, reading them, and all of that, and the public really doesn't. So if the public is going to take the time and correct them, unless we think that there's something in there that is incorrect, which my understanding that was taken from the video, so unless there was a transcription error, I think we certainly should, because it should be our goal to have the most complete record possible. Thank you.
I don't disagree with the fact that this information should be included in minutes. What I'm concerned about is attaching to an already approved set of minutes. I mean, what I would be more inclined to approve is that this packet gets included in the minutes from this meeting, you know, with reference, you know, reference to the to the proper date, whatever that date is. So that's why I'm concerned about, and I don't know if it's proper to attach to already approved minutes.
I could speak to that loosely. A number of years ago, 5 years ago or something, I had some questions about the SAU minutes. And they actually reopened minutes that were very old. What they had forgotten to do was to motion to make some of the minutes non-public. And I questioned that. So they opened the minutes and changed them to say non-public. I don't know if it was correct or not, but that was kind of what I was basing the idea of going back and attaching these on, was my experience with. This was before Dr. Littlefield was here, so I am not claiming that that's correct or incorrect. Maybe Dr. Littlefield could tell us whether we can go back and attach these or not. I just think it would be clearer for the record if they were where they belong.
I'll ask, are you aware of any precedent?
No.
I won't say
no,
law,
no,
but any...
No,
any,
not one way, not one way or the other, no. Not one way or the other.
I asked around the town hall, and a couple of minute takers that I know had stated you can open it to make changes to the existing minutes, but they really did question whether you really could attach something new to the minutes. So it was unclear for that portion, but that you could make corrections.
So they didn't know? Like,
To attach. They did know that you
attach.
could open them, like he expressed his name was misspelled, taking it back.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to withdraw my motion and seek some legal advice on this, because although I think it's great that we all have talked to people and so forth, I think it's really important that we act within law and proper procedure. I don't want to be one that passes a motion if it's contradictory to the law particularly, or the accepted practice. So I would be willing to table this for 2 weeks until we could find out if we in fact could reattach it. at which time, if we can, I would gladly bring my motion back.
Second. If I could also say
Well,
something.
we've got a motion and a second, so we're in discussion.
I mean, he said withdraw, and I said second to that.
So
Well,
you
you
were
would
the
have to
second.
withdraw,
You have to
No, I
withdraw.
would withdraw my second, that's what I meant.
And I withdraw my motion.
okay.
But can I
We have to- we
still
have to know.
discuss something, or?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I
have a
But I
question.
just want to make it clear that
Right, yeah.
the motion's up, off the floor. We've got our, I'm trying to make it clear for Deb here, so.
Can I ask a question? Are we talking about adding the whole thing, or from where the whole email, or from where his quote starts?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, which part is that, out of the 5 pages?
Would we like to ask?
Could we ask
Sorry.
Mr. Marva?
Hang on a minute here.
You know, I mean, his letter, he references the minutes.
He says in the minutes what it said, and then we have this email between Jim and Mark that has a section of conversation, and then it is italicized. Is it the italicized section we're talking about adding, or the whole email?
There's another page on the one.
Could
I
could
don't
I ask
think-
Mr. Myville that question? Like, it's his,
You're looking for clarification of the packet?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I just had some parliamentary information given to me.
Okay. My question is are we talking about adding this entire email, or just the italicized part, which appears to be what Mark Myville said at that meeting?
That was directed at.
And can I ask Mr. Myville?
Absolutely.
Is he talking about the
Well,
italicized?
if the board
Yeah.
is all right with that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, go ahead.
Mr. Myville,
Yes.
are you talking about are you asking for the whole thing to be put in, or just, it appears to be italicized or slanted?
Okay. This is becoming a par 6, okay?
What?
So this is becoming a par 6, and I don't mean that as a disrespect, though. I don't want to be the highlight of your meeting here. My concern is originally, way back in February, that these original comments, yes, the italicized comments here on the message that was only sent to Jim Sullivan, is what I transcribed from the original video of what I said. Based on my concerns of the actual minutes recorded, which were in my regard not reflective of the words that were shown on the first page in italicized. Okay? What I said in italicized is not reflected in the minutes. Says nothing. Almost, it's like I wasn't at the same meeting. And that's only my concern here. I mean no disrespect. I don't want to sound like I'm insisting on something. I'm concerned that first, I did not express frustration. I'm not expressing frustration now. I would like those 2 words to be removed. I would like my name to be spelled differently. Having said that, to answer your specific question, whatever's in italicized, although I don't know which, I sent 2 emails, one to the entire board, and another one to only Jim Sullivan, because he was the only board member who responded back to me. So I'm concerned that the verbatim minutes in italicized, if you see the first paragraph, it says, my public input comments, as they were read close to verbatim that night, in italicized. So to be more specific as to what I actually said, sure, I would like those verbatim minutes, because I did take the time to transcribe them, but I'm also concerned about the minutes of February 7th that don't show it as accurate. If you read the first page and you read the second page, it's like, where was she listening? No disrespect, but I'm saying it's not what I said.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if I could, the superintendent has passed along some information on parliamentary procedure.
Oh.
There's a note here that states minutes may be corrected at any time, but if already approved, 2/3 vote is required to change them. If notice of desired correction is posted or distributed for the membership to read prior to the consideration, a majority vote is sufficient.